Steve Lacy.
And I'm Natasha Verma. 23-year-old Jason Scott has been arrested in connection to a in Queens that dates back to 2021. Investigators are looking into the possibility that it was...
Reports state that Yoel, not Remy Ma's child, is the person residing with Nicki's cousin-in-law. What's causing the chaos on these WAP streets? Given that Nicki and Remy Ma have been at odds for almost 15 years, this debate has grown out of control. Since the police detained Remy's son Jason for the death of a man who was also Kenneth Petty's cousin, Nicki is certain that she was the original target and that Remy had set a hit on her. Remy Ma's life took a drastic turn, and things are getting out of control, so we're sending our detective over. Yoel, have a seat. We believe that the tension between Remy Ma and Papoose couldn't get much more intense after it was reported that Remy had cheated on Papoose with rapper Easy the Block Captain, but then everything went completely out of control. Jason Scott, her son, was arrested by the NYPD and charged with first-degree murder, second-degree murder, reckless endangerment, and criminal possession of a handgun. Her oldest son was arrested by the authorities in 2021 for allegedly living with someone. He was arrested a few days ago on suspicion of murder, and his current circumstances are dire. For those of you who are unaware, Jason is not Papoose's biological son. Rather, he's the son of a previous marriage that she had long before she met him. Jason's friend Richard Swear was also arrested and charged with criminal possession of a weapon, reckless endangerment, and first-degree murder. When the news first broke, everyone was confused and didn't know what had happened. First-degree murder is a serious crime that should not be taken lightly, as a conviction often carries a sentence of 25 to life in prison. Jason and Richard are accused of a very serious crime, the murder of 47-year-old Darius Gabo on June 7, 2021, according to a police statement. Having been in prison 13 times and serving 3 jail terms, Darius was apparently no stranger to the police. According to the State Attorney General's office, Gabber, also known on the streets as DB Block, was one of 54 people indicted in November 2020 following a comprehensive investigation known as Operation Heatwave. Officers responded to a 911 complaint of a male being shot at the intersection of 148th Street and Rockaway Boulevard within the 13th Precinct after Attorney General Lee James accused Officer Galbo of providing a heroin ring in upstate Jefferson County, an NYPD spokesperson told XXL. Officers found a 47-year-old guy who was unconscious and not reacting, with many wounds to his head and chest. Emergency medical personnel arrived on the scene and took the victim to Jamaica Hospital Medical Center, where he was declared dead. The authorities are looking into the potential that this was a murder. It was also disclosed. Some argue that the apple didn't fall far from the tree, especially considering Remy Ma's own judicial experience. For example, in May 2008, Remy was sentenced to 8 years in jail for the shooting death of Maida Bonds Joseph, her coworker. She was found guilty of several charges, including attempted coercion and assault. For hire's well-known mother getting engaged in this manner is just absurd. The worst thing is that she wasn't even sorry. Rumors circulated that she had several of her male friends attack a witness's partner to force the witness to not testify, leading to further accusations of witness tampering and gang violence. After completing 6 of her 8-year sentence and being released in 2014, it appears that the drama runs in the family. Remy Ma is being made fun of by those who claim that she is a bad role model and that her son's misbehavior was just like her own. But because Remy knows her, there are rumors that she is beginning to feel the heat. The fact that there are now claims that Remy may have been the one who released the hit just makes the scenario more bizarre. Some might be sentenced to a lengthy prison term if found guilty of murder. However, many people are unaware that the victim, Darius Gibbo, is not just any individual. Rather, he is a notorious criminal and local kingpin. His guys are furious and want blood, which makes this terrible. Minaj, the fact that Remy and Nicki have been at odds for as long as anyone can remember adds a great deal of strain to this relationship. The conflict began when Nicki disparaged Remy Ma in 2007 by asserting that she was the 2006 rap queen. In 2007, Remy's debut studio album was released. Nicki mocked her mixtape's freestyle song Dirty Money by declaring that playtime is over. Throughout the song, Nicki made a number of sarcastic remarks to Remy, including the part where she asserted that she was the undisputed rap queen, saying, "I'm the queen of rap, and there's none higher." In an interview, Remy claimed that she confronted Nicki about those lyrics, saying, "When I saw her at a party, I was like, yeah, what was that line about Remy said to this day? I think it was a stab at me. That's what you do in rap, and I'm cool with that." They continued to criticize one another, and in 2016, Remy went one step further and released the song Money Showers with her terror squad. A rival who thinks she is the queen, a title Remy feels she doesn't deserve, is reprimanded by Remy's boyfriend Fat Joe in the song. "She makes me feel like the queen, even if it was hardly who gave you the crown." Steve Remy also noted that Nicki employed a ghostwriter to write her verses, even though she gave the impression that she was the author of everything. During a freestyle, Remy also referenced Nicki's famous statement, "All this BS is my son's," using her own phrase. "All this talk about my son and your son, I'm hot and your whole world revolves. I am Papooses' son, was all about me." Then he rapped, "There can only be one queen. What a helpful guy you are." Nicki responded by claiming that even though Remy had been out of jail for 2 years, he had not made any contributions to the rap scene. As terrible as the song Make Love is, even as she said, "I gave these BS 2 years now. Your time's up," bless her heart. Nicki also made fun of Remy's dismal album sales by stating that she was the queen of this hair, a platinum plaque record flop gimmick in which you see a foolish rabbit acting like the queen of rap. Obtain plaques plural like the S on my chest, then Nicki's small, subtle jabs may have struck a chord because 48 hours later, Remy responded with Shoe, a nearly 7-minute diss track set to the music of Nazi's well-known Ether. When fans discovered that the man Remy's son allegedly united was Nicki's husband's cousin, they went crazy on the internet and began blaming one another. During the turbulent musical war, Remy exposed everything, pointing out anything from rumors of ghostwriting to charges of plastic surgery. When two come together, war follows. Nicki thinks Remy set her up and is to blame for this, according to some. She thinks Remy had it in her to aid her, but things didn't work out that way, and Darius ended up getting hit instead. Darius was photographed a few hours after they had spent the day together. On the day of Darius' shooting, Nicki and Kenneth reportedly spoke with him. Interestingly, Nicki posted a call online shortly after Jason's detention was made public. She also tweeted, "Who up?" in response to what I recently learned. Regretfully, it appears that Darius' supporters and friends have been threatening him on social media, which puts Remy's son at even greater risk.
My friend talking about justice for D-Block now that Remy, my son, then went to jail. And I just want to say, that ain't no justice for D-Block. You think D-Block want sitting on D-Block for his... You think D-Block want sitting on D-Block for his... Make it make sense. Other than his daughter and his family, ain't none of y'all supposed to be saying no like that. Yeah, because son wouldn't have been saying no that. If that black ass by you right there, God forbid, would have got killed in these streets, ain't no way in the world me and my son D-Block would have been in Sparkle Crib talking about, I hope to go to jail that by you. No way in the world. So for all of y'all posting justice for D-Block, I just want to say, that sound like rats to me.
Not surprisingly, his mother Remy is 10 steps behind her child. Her statement reads, "We stand behind John's innocence and pray that the NYPD will conduct a complete and thorough investigation to reveal the truth. This is undoubtedly a difficult time for my family and me, and we sincerely appreciate the love and support we have received from all of you. We kindly ask for privacy as our legal teams work to prove Jason's innocence." His lawyer has, however, firmly advised him to keep quiet because the case is still pending and most people in similar circumstances are told by their lawyers. The streets now assert that because this is becoming ugly, it will only be a matter of time before the public learns about Remy's alleged involvement. The problem is that Remy and Nicki were also in conflict, so maybe the Vibes' responses to the fans' views have included claims like Remy Ma's son was hired to kill Nicki Minaj's husband's brother. Since all of the infants from the Silver Spoon Trust Fund want to be criminals, Jason Scott, the kid of Remy Ma, was arrested for first-degree murder. I want to know what you think about this. Do you think Remy was truly attempting to win Nicki over? Or do you think this is just another example of people worrying about everything but trying to do what's best for their children? The problem is getting out of control. Who would have thought that Hollywood would be living in such luxury? Take a look at this and share your thoughts below. It's just one of those chance occurrences. This chapter looks at the causes of Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj's long-standing hostility, as well as its beginnings. According to the horrifying incident, which is one of the most notorious feuds in musical history, Nicki Minaj's cousin was tragically killed in a shooting. From trash tracks like SHT to questionable social media posts, these two rap queens have never agreed. But might their feud have escalated into potentially lethal violence? The incident shocked the music business, even though early police reports claimed it was the result of arbitrary new accusations. We examined the case's specifics and the suspected involvement of Remy Ma's family. Was this merely a coincidence, or is there more going on here? We put the blame on Remy Ma's son. Although no official statements have been made, industry rumors surrounding Remy Ma whispers indicate that she may have been involved in planning the hit on Nicki Minaj's cousin. Some insiders are speculating that Remy Ma might have exacted revenge on Nicki Minaj by abusing her power. The startling accusations and their potential repercussions are examined in this chapter. Nicki Minaj's impassioned reaction never went to remain silent. Nicki Minaj addressed the matter on social media and through her songs, criticizing Remy Ma in multiple tweets. Nicki demanded revenge for her cousin and blamed Remy for the catastrophe. We examined Nicki's response and its effects. Impact on the business. What Remy Ma has to say. Remy Ma has been largely silent about the matter despite the serious charges, but many close to her think she is getting ready to clear her name. Are the rumors true, or is there a misunderstanding? We examined Remy Ma's position on the matter and her strategies for refuting the charges. As word of the allegations circulated, the hip-hop scene reacted in a variety of ways. Some members are supporting Nicki Minaj and demanding Remy. We examine how fans and industry insiders are reacting to the drama and the potential legal ramifications if the claims against Remy Ma's child are true, despite the fact that some people think this could be a clever plot to damage Remy's reputation. This chapter examines the potential legal repercussions and the challenges that Remy and her family may face. Law enforcement, who are allegedly looking into the situation, could suffer serious repercussions if charges are brought. We examine the potential effects of this episode on their music endorsements and public image. Both rap artists Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma are suffering significant career consequences as a result of the charges that are circulating and the tremendous emotions. Will one of them permanently lose their job? The reality behind the rumors and gossip-filled headlines. In this final chapter, we examine the facts and disprove any assertions. Was Remy Ma's kid really involved in this? Or is this just another case of false information spreading like wildfire? Falsehoods and end by claiming that these unforeseen accusations have caused Nicki Minaj and Remy's relationship to reach an all-time high. One thing is certain, despite the fact that Remy Ma's role in this tragedy is yet unknown, the hip-hop world is keeping a careful eye on the case as new information becomes available. This story is far from over, so check back for updates as we continue to uncover the truth behind this significant dispute. The only thing Remy Ma will do is move on and fall in love with someone who says, regardless of his past behavior, she is closely monitoring him and his recent friendship with Clarissa Shields. We all assumed Remy would be over papoose when his new girlfriend made him feel uncomfortable, but it appears that she still harbors feelings for him. Clarissa has been at odds with Remy for a while, and there are rumors that Papoose will soon drop the question to her. The two women's disagreement even surfaced a few months ago when they were trashing Papoose on social media. Is struggling to cope with it, and she appears to be relapsing. Fans are stunned by Remy Ma and Papoose's drama, particularly since they were formerly thought to be one of the hip-hop industry's most resilient couples. They appear to be able to handle anything, but now both sides are making more absurd charges and accusations of adultery. After being imprisoned for shooting someone in 2008, there were claims that Remy Ma and his partner were no longer together. Yet, against all odds, Remy had more than 6 years to serve, but Papoose remained faithful, and they even got married while she was still incarcerated. Shady lovers admired his unwavering loyalty, believing their bonds were unbreakable. Since dedication is as uncommon in Hollywood as unicorns, Papoose's acts were truly exceptional. Every week we hear about some rapper getting into trouble, yet Papoose remains steadfast in his devotion to Remy, as a way that, in our view, established him as a legend in the entertainment industry. Even though Papoose was there to help her transition to life outside of jail after her release, Remy is currently accusing him of cheating on her while she was confined. With the birth of their daughter, Remesis, in 2018, they not only survived those years apart, but also emerged stronger, repairing their relationship. Remy had 3 children from a previous relationship, and Papoose already had a son of his own, yet their relationships with their families appeared to be harmonious. However, there were rumors that Remy's marriage was failing after she was accused of infidelity with rapper Eazy, the Block Captain, in 2023. Even while the drama didn't end their once unbreakable romance, it damaged their relationship and turned it into a full-fledged fight. According to rumors, Papoose and Eazy met at an industry event and then got into a heated disagreement. Apparently, he knocked Eazy out cold right away because he was desperate not to miss anything. However, the real commotion occurred during a rap battle when Remy and Eazy teamed up to fight Gay Gotti. Anyone who has ever witnessed a rap battle knows that they are unrestrained verbal altercations. Gay grabbed the microphone in a frenzy and said that Remy had cheated on Papoose with Eazy, leaving everyone speechless. The charge shocked the crowd, giving the impression that the whole incident had been staged. Open secret for a long time, but Gotti didn't just walk away. Oh no, he dragged Remy for dirt after exposing her alleged treachery. The most absurd part is that instead of disputing the charges, he essentially validated them. It turns out that Papoose wasn't going to sit around and deal with heartbreak after all those years of dedication. According to rumors, Papoose broke up with Remy because she had an affair, but he chose to move on and start dating a professional boxer instead of getting embroiled in the controversy. Clarissa Shields' Remy is losing it. Some say the intensity of Papoose's friendship with Clarissa is driving her insane. At first, she acted as though she was completely over the situation and unconcerned. Even worse, she has been giving the impression that she is prepared to throw hands if necessary. The situation appears to be far from done and will only get uglier as she continues to fling insults and make rash claims about fighting for what is rightfully hers. Keep checking back because things are heating up quickly. Remy initially believed she would remain silent, but a few days ago she took to Instagram to rant about Papoose and Clarissa's text message revelations. In one of the messages, Clarissa wrote, "You take responsibility. You were the one who was married. If you can't, at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person. It shouldn't be a big deal to let me know you made it home safely or to communicate that you fell asleep in the Sprinter." It seemed to be an attempt to get Papoose to be more forthcoming with her. When she was lying at my house, Pooh's stupid self slept off on the phone, and he wouldn't go, making fun of her for writing Clarissa Shields. I've said everything, and this girl, who is apparently a world boxing champion, hung up when she heard my voice out of fear. And you're not alone, sweetheart. Remy even accused Clarissa and her public relations staff of fabricating tales about me on a daily basis in order to make Papoose appear good and her look bad.